I recently made a video where I shared my roadmap to learn programming in 30 days. The response to that was overwhelming. So now I'm going to share how to learn Python in 30 days. If you're new to programming or you want to learn Python from scratch, this is for you. We'll look at the best resources to learn Python in 30 days. Hello everyone. If you are new here, I'm a self-taught software engineer who works at a tech company. I share my learning and interview experience with you guys, so that you won't have to start from zero like I did. So if you are interested in these kind of things, consider subscribing. We will be following the 7 steps that I mentioned in my last video, so let's get started. The first step is always the same, and that is to install Python. For most people it will take 5 minutes or less. Go to the official Python website and download the latest version. When you download it, make sure that Add Python to Path is checked. This is very important. Now go to your search bar and type Python. You should see Python installed successfully. Now open Python and type print hello world without quotes. If you see hello world printed out on your console, then congratulations. You have successfully installed Python. Step 2 is to choose a learning resource. There are so many options out there and it can be very overwhelming. I would recommend 3 different options for you guys. First is an online learning platform. I would recommend their Python for Everybody course. It's absolutely free and self-paced. I personally took this course when I started learning Python. Next option is a free Codecamp. I just love the way they structure their curriculum. It's super well organized. They have both Python for beginners and advanced courses available. And finally, we have Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. This book is great because it teaches Python by doing you work on small projects right away after learning basic syntax. All the code snippets are also included in this book, so you can copy and paste them and run in your own Python environment. This book can be purchased from the link in description below. By the way, all the links that I mentioned will be provided in the description. Now you may be wondering, why did I mention any other popular options such as Udemy or Coursera? Well, there are 2 reasons for that. One is time. Udemy and Coursera courses are usually lengthy and take a lot of time to complete. For example, this Python course on Udemy has 196 hours of on-demand video. I think it's way too long, and it's not ideal for someone who wants to learn Python in 30 days. My goal is to help you learn Python quickly so that you can start working on real projects. And secondly, the quality of instructors varies across platforms, and sometimes you may end up with a bad instructor who doesn't explain things properly. That's why I only mentioned the options where I have personally had some experience. In step 3, we need to decide how many hours a day we are going to study, and the answer is obviously it depends. But I would say 2 to 3 hours a day is a good start. You don't have to spend more than that because you'll burn out eventually. Just be consistent and keep coming back to it. So if you have 2 to 3 hours a day, it should take around 10 to 15 days to finish the basics of Python. In step 4, we are going to set our goals. So since we have decided to learn Python, we need to figure out what we want to do with it. Is it for data science, machine learning, web development, or maybe scripting? Once you know what you want to do with Python, set realistic goals accordingly. If you want to do data science, for example, you may want to try some data analysis libraries, such as NumPy, Matplotlib, and Pandas. In the meantime, if you are interested in machine learning, go ahead and try out scikit-learn. Similarly, if you want to build websites, then set your goals based on that. So basically, figure out what you want to do with Python and set your goals accordingly. Now we come to step 5, which is to practice. The best way to practice is by doing some exercises on educational websites. My favorite one is Exercism.io. They have a bunch of different exercises that you can try. It's also a great way to review basics once you finish your main course. You can revisit the topics that you find difficult and work on those exercises. Other options include HackerRank, LitCode, and CodeWars. So try some of these websites and pick your favorite one. Now we come to step 6, which is working on projects. This is extremely important, and you should start working on projects as early as possible. As I mentioned before, Automate the Boring Stuff with Python is a great way to start. You can automate simple tasks such as renaming files or creating spreadsheets. You can also create games such as tic-tac-toe or guessing number games. These projects are fun and easy to understand. If you want to explore further, you can try building a simple image classifier using TensorFlow.js. You can find the tutorial on YouTube and follow along. If you are interested in machine learning, you can try building recommendation systems using Surprise Library. You can find a tutorial on this on Medium and follow along. These projects may seem daunting at first, but if you break them down into smaller pieces, they become easier to tackle. You can take it one step at a time, and that's how you progress. Of course, you can Google things when you get stuck, but don't copy and paste solutions directly. Try to understand the problem and come up with solutions yourself. That's the whole point of working on projects. Finally, we come to the last step, which is consistency. Most people quit halfway and never finish the course because they don't stay consistent. Make sure that you allocate enough time to learn Python and stick to it. Take breaks when you need them, but don't take long breaks. If you don't use it, you will forget it. It's just how the brain works. So make sure you revisit things that you find difficult and take notes while you're at it. Note-taking helps you remember things better. Also, don't be afraid to Google stuff. The internet is full of resources. Don't be afraid to ask questions on Stack Overflow. People are usually pretty helpful over there. And finally, work on your projects consistently and don't procrastinate. Procrastination is the biggest enemy. So this was my roadmap to learn Python in 30 days. Let me know in comments how much time it takes you to learn Python. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and check out my other videos. Thanks and see you later.